are these people?
But remember that they're not just attacking Palestinians, they're attacking the sovereign nation of Lebanon. Under the guise of, well, they funded Hamas, so we can attack them because Hezbollah, even though they've taken out all of Hezbollah's leadership, and they've occupied half of southern fucking Lebanon with permanent troops, nobody says a fucking word. Nobody in the international community has a word to say. Jason Ditz over at Anti-War. Israel massively escalates strikes on Lebanon as Hezbollah threatens retaliation. The new Hezbollah, because again, their leadership was taken out by Israel. So let's look at this. Israel's long-threatened escalation of their attacks on Lebanon seems to have begun in earnest on Thursday, with massive numbers of strikes reported against several towns and villages in the country's south. Did they attack Israel? Remind me. Because that would mean that Israel is attacking a sovereign country unprovoked. Again. And yet not being held to account. The IDF issued evacuation warnings. How kind of them. For at least 5 sites in southern Lebanon, and is claiming, as they so often do, that everything they're attacking is Hezbollah infrastructure. Early indications are that a substantial number of civilian casualties have occurred. What a surprise. The Gazification of Lebanon. The most recent toll has 1 confirmed killed and 9 wounded, though those tolls are expected to rise. This comes amid an Israeli Security Cabinet meeting at which the Northern Command will reportedly present various options for the direction and scale of a military escalation in Lebanon, in spite of a ceasefire nominally having been in place for the past year. All right, and there's one of the photos from the airstrike on Tair Deba, according to Reuters Connect. Israel has violated the ceasefire thousands of times since then, killing hundreds of people, including over 100 confirmed to be civilians. Hezbollah, again, has not attacked Israel, has not fired a single rocket during that period, though that may be about to change. Hezbollah issued a report early on the latest attacks, stating their position that they retain a legitimate right to self-defense. Because when a people are occupied, remember, thank you, Colin Radish Cutter, resistance is justified. They didn't affirm that they would strike back after these latest Israeli attacks, just that they have the right to. The Lebanese government has been seeking talks with Israel to try to calm tensions, though Israel has rejected the idea. Have you ever heard of appeasing a bully working? Ever? No, you kick the bully in the fucking nuts. That's one thing they and Hezbollah seem to agree on, as Hezbollah said they don't believe direct talks with Israel are in the national interest. Well, that's good. Israel has yet to announce its plans beyond further attacking Lebanon, Greater Israel Project, though recently they've suggested no place in the country would be immune to strikes because they think they own all of it. 3,000 years, right? Fucking disgusting pigs. Israeli officials, disgusting war criminals, are also being quoted as saying that the current attacks are being carried out in coordination with the United States, which again further makes everyone who signs off on this and sends weapons to Israel complicit war criminals who should be prosecuted. U.S. officials, of course, have yet to comment on this, but it's largely in keeping with U.S. envoy Tom Barrack's position, which is that Lebanon is a failed state and that the U.S. would support their ally Israel in the event of a new war. Don't you need to be attacked to have a war? Again, you're attacking a neighbor that did not attack you. Fuck Israel. If you're able to support the media you want to see and support shows like this, the best ways to do that are by Cash App, $ Indie News Network on Cash App, ko-fi.com/Indie News Network, paypal.me/Indie News Network. Then we've got IndieNewsNow.com, again, the name of the show, but also the website where we are live and also where you can support the media you want to see. So that if all these platforms like YouTube ever decide to shut us down, guess what? We're still going to be able to go live directly to IndieNewsNow.com. So even if all the other 8 platforms decide to kick us off, which likelihood they wouldn't, but I want to make sure that they can't shut us down no matter what. And of course, over at Substack, we're live at Indie Media Today. Greetings to everyone over there. And at INNnewsletter.com, sign up to get the weekly update and other INN podcasts like INN One-on-One and American Tradition with Jesse Jett and INN News, which are all housed over at INNnewsletter.com. We're gonna do this every Tuesday night now at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're just shifting. So for those who weren't here earlier, like Vicky, and it's in the description, but How Do We Miss That is evolving. You know, I took a look around at the landscape and I said, you know, as a show name, it's been around for 4 years. We never really named the show. It kind of evolved into its own name, but I never actively decided that this is what I want to call it. But because we're using articles from Indie News Now, I think it makes a lot of sense to brand Indie News Now and link the website into the show name. So it's called Indie News Now Live. And I've been wanting to do a show kind of by myself, a news show. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to see how this goes. Again, Thursday nights, you're going to see a mix of shows. You're going to see a combination of either INN One-on-One. You're going to see Indie's Tech Tips, which I'm going to do shows of, and we're going to talk about the tools. We're going to do some more Nobody Wants to Work Anymore, and there might even be one on Thursday with me and Himbo. And, of course, American Tradition, which will be the last Thursday of every month. We've kind of tried to set on that as a schedule. So thank you, everybody, again, for supporting this move. Tell everyone about Indie News Now and about Indie News Now Live. I really think that it might help give us a little bit of a boost because we certainly could use one. The algorithm doesn't love us. Boats, by the way, will be moving to 11 p.m. on Sunday nights. So we are still going to do boats. It's going to happen on Sunday night. And the last Sunday of every month will still be in uncensored boats. But the truth is that I can't continue to stay up as late as I've been staying on Sunday nights, especially. And I've got to start working on my schedule. So spreading this out a little bit better seems to make more sense, at least for me. And we're going to try this and see how it goes. And thank you, everybody, for being on board and supporting that. So I will, again, say to support independent media because we need it more than ever. And we will see you next Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., check out INN News with Reef and Colin. And we'll see you again real soon. Love you all, fam. No! We just fucking lost the stream!
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want?